Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, but none of them can stop at a time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand beside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Want you here to sing the songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redeem some song. Redeem some song. Good evening to all Africans, anywhere you are. I extend my greetings to all the African youths. It's nice to fight for your right. It's nice and wonderful to stand with the truth, no matter what happens. Because you will be the last man standing when you stand with the truth. To stand with the truth, no matter what happens. Because you will be the last man standing when you stand with the truth. Because you will stand with the truth. We have been fighting for freedom, liberation. The revolution is here to stay, and it will never move, my brother. When the African youths realize who is their enemy, and when the African youth realize how to deal with their enemies, I, Pandimika, become more happier. You know why? Since 2013 to 14 to 15, I have been fighting for freedom of Africa. And what all I want is for the African youths to wake up and see their enemy and realize their enemies. And for God who have power against any powerful human being in this world, that God have answers my prayers to let the African youths to see their enemy, to know who is their enemy. That's what I have been shouting. And that's what I have been planning, to teach the African youths to know their enemy and know how to deal with their enemies and know the strategies of their enemies. For how long shall they kill our prophets while we stand beside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. It's not part of it, my brother. We cannot watch them always to deal with our freedom fighters, to deal with our heroes, with our prophets. And we say it's part of it. It's part of freedom fighting. You must die. Yes, that's what we believe. That is part of freedom fighting. You must die because you are fighting for freedom. My peoples, it's not part of it. You shall not die when you are fighting for freedom. It's not part of it. Because they have unalive so many African freedom fighters, and they make us believe that anybody who wake up to fight for Africa will end up being assassinated by the imperialisms. They make us believe that, my brother. Transformer, greetings to you, my brother. They make us believe that any African who wake up to fight for Africa will be assassinated. And we believe it. We put it at the back of our mind that if we see someone wake up to fight for Africa, we say, oh, they will assassinate him. We even believe it. We even bring it closer. We believe that that person should die. We believe that the person should die because he is fighting for Africa. We believe that the person will be dead because he is fighting for Africa. He will be dead soon. It will be different from Thomas Sankara time. It will be different from Kwame Nkrumah time. It will be different from Jomo Kenyatta time. And it will be different from Martin Luther King time. And it will be different again from Mohammed Gaddafi time. This is what we want to let them know. What all I have been praying for is for the African youth to wake up and let every African become Pan-African. They assassinate African freedom fighters because we have one and we rely on one. When we have thousands of African youths out there fighting for Africa, who will they assassinate? They cannot assassinate all of us at one time. This is why I always say in Pan-Africanism, there is nothing like I don't want my fellow Pan-African to grow. We want to see thousands, millions of Africans becoming Pan-African, fighting for Africa endlessly. Because in that way we will win our enemies. And that is already happening. I am so proud of African youths. So many assassination attempts on Ibrahim Traoré. So many rubbish have been said about Ibrahim Traoré, but it doesn't move African youths. It makes them stronger, and that makes me happy, my brother. And Americans are surprised that they send a black man against Ibrahim Traoré, but Africans still don't get it. They don't get manipulated. My brother, you don't know. Africans, you don't know what you did to Americans. You make them confused. You make them to lose their mind. You people don't know what all you have been doing, defending Ibrahim Traoré on media or on the street, doing demonstrations everywhere. You think Americans are not getting the message? You think the Westerners are not getting the message? They were surprised seeing African youths coming out in large numbers, fighting to defend Ibrahim Traoré. They were surprised because they think like it will be like Mohammed Gaddafi time. When they talk some rubbish about Ibrahim Traoré, we will start to believe it. They were thinking like this. They were thinking when they came out to speak, we will listen to them than Ibrahim Traoré. We will believe them than Ibrahim Traoré. But to their surprise, Africans are no more fools. To their surprise, Africans are no more going to be manipulated by anyone anymore. And this is what I have been wishing Africa, for Africa. To see every African youth out there to realize their enemies, to realize the strategies that our enemies use against us to make us to see each other as enemies. Americans are confused. You know, Michael, who have speak a rubbish blunder, who was a black man sent by American government to destroy Ibrahim Traoré. That same Michael was sent to Afghanistan to unalive so many citizens. Last time when I was live on TikTok here, talking about Michael, they banned my life. My brothers and sisters, this is why when there was a fire outbreak in California, I celebrated. You don't know how much I hate American government, how much I hate the so-called American white peoples. You don't know. And if you know the reason why I hate the American government and their American white peoples, you will understand that I don't hate them for no reason, but I hate them for a reason. This is why when the fire outbreak came in America, everybody was saying we should sympathize with them. I told them, no black man should sympathize with Americans when they have disaster. We should celebrate it. Black peoples. This is what you need to understand. You cannot see your enemy in fire and you started praying, God help my enemy. For what? Don't do that, black peoples. That was in Mohamed Gaddafi time and Kwame Nkrumah time. They keep on slapping us and we keep on loving them and praying for them. This not this time. When you hate us, we hate you. When you love us, we love you. When you assassinate us, we find you and assassinate you. That's all. We don't love people now who hate us. That was in Kwame Nkrumah time. You keep on slapping Africans. And you keep on forcing them to love you, to like you, to believe you. While you slapping them on their back. It's not this time. When you slap us, we slap you 100 times. When you hate us, we hate you 1,000,000 times. When you love us, we show you same love. We don't believe nobody anymore. No. We don't believe nobody. We black Africans don't believe no white man. There is no white man. Even I saw some white man who is on TikTok saying that Ibrahim Tarawale is pretending that he is supporting Ibrahim Tarawale. I sent a message to him. When I watch his videos, I go to his account, I find his account that all is about Ibrahim Tarawale. He is supporting Ibrahim Tarawale. I sent a message to him. I told him, my brother, stop fooling yourself because we don't believe no white man. We don't believe nobody on the white skin anymore. Even if you pretend that you love us, we don't love you. Because you people have been hating us for so long. You have been unaliving us for so long. We keep on loving you. We keep on praising you. And you keep on tormenting us, making life difficult for black peoples. And they keep on loving you. And this is the time when black peoples realize that they made a mistake by loving their enemy without knowing that they are their enemies. And this was the revolution that you white peoples have read before. That there will be a time when black peoples will realize who is their enemy. And when they unite, they will never be slave again. And when they come together as one, it will be the end of the slavery. It will be the end of white supremacy. And this is the time. This generation is going to end the white supremacy. We are going to end the slavery. We are going to end the bribery in Africa. It will stop, no matter what. No matter how long it takes, we have already started it. And we are not stopping till we see that the entire Africa is free. We realize who is our enemy. When you read the story of Kwame Nkrumah, you understand how they manipulate black peoples to hate themselves. When you read the history of Thomas Sankara, you understand how they use black peoples to hate themselves. When you read the history of Jomo Kenyatta, you understand how these peoples have used us as their weapon against ourselves. And we understand now that these people have no weapon. The only weapon they have is us. The only enemy they have is us. And the only weapon they have is us. They use us as a weapon to deal with us. When you understand this, we all understand this now, that these people have no weapon and they have no power. The only power they have is us. As a black man, believe it from today. That you believe white peoples have power. No. The only power they have is black peoples. The only power that they use against black peoples to win them is black. And we understand that now. That's why when Michael came out to make that rubbish statement about Ibrahim Traoré, African youths wake up to tell him that we saw him that, Michael, we understand this is same thing that you Americans did to Mohamed Gaddafi. This is same thing that you Americans and these Europeans did to Thomas Sankara. But this time around, your weapons will not prosper. Never. And Americans are confused, and now what are they doing? They are sending this same Michael to some of the African countries who are having puppet leaders. Michael is right now in Kenya, and he is hiding under government. Right, the Kenyan government, President Ruto, you are keeping, this message will go to all Kenyan youths. You know, I speak with one of the Kenyan freedom fighter. I told him that they should go out, no matter what it takes, no matter how much money it will take for them to collaborate all the youths together in Kenya to go out and send Michael away and do a big demonstration against their government, that they should send Michael away from Kenya. No matter how much money they need, I will give it to them. But the only thing I need is Michael should go out from Kenya. Michael should not live in any African country. I pray, Michael, you go to Gambia. Even the Gambian president cannot stop me. You know, now they are sending this Michael to these puppet African countries. They are confused. No matter what they do, the resources they collect from Burkina and Mali and Niger, they cannot get it from any other country at this point in time. And we have some recent crime that is going on about Angleterre military who was kept in Nigeria. You know, Africans, we need to understand now. I am so happy that this message I'm going to send now is going to all the Nigerian police and all the Nigerian soldiers. Nigerian soldiers and Nigerian police. You see what is happening? You have arrested a white man with weapons, thousands of weapons, to put it into your country. I have been telling you, the same weapon that was given to Ukraine by America to defend themselves, the same weapon was found in Nigeria, in the hand of Boko Haram. I have said that before. But people think I was lying. America. Now they said they have arrested an Angleterre citizen, a white man, an Angleterre military. They have arrested him of bringing a weapon into Nigeria. To give it to who? To the terrorist. To sponsor the terrorist. UK government, that's what they are good at. I have said it before. That a weapon that was sent by American government to Ukraine to fight against Russia, same weapon was found in Nigeria. And we realized that the weapon was sent by an American government to Nigeria to give it to Boko Haram, to keep on terrorizing. Boko Haram, all the terrorists who are in Boko Haram, they all have right and visa to America. If American government is not sponsoring them, how will they be committing those crimes in Nigeria, but they can still fly and go to America? We realize all that American government have been giving them visa to the Boko Haram terrorists. You know, America think we are not seeing them, we are seeing them. Europeans think we are not seeing them, we are seeing them. America came out pretending that they want to help Africa. Who asks you for help? This is what Americans need to understand. American government should understand this, that who asks them for help? Do we go to them for help? Nobody needs your help. We don't need the help from a thief that have been stolen from us for a very long time. A criminal like American government, we don't need their helps. A criminal like UK government, we don't need their help because they are all criminals. They are all thieves. How many crime do they commit in Africa, and still they are the best governments? Yeah, they are the human right. They are the people who defend human right. The almighty America, who you believe they defend human right, pretending that America respect human right. American government, how many peoples do they have on alive in Pakistan, in Palestine, in Gaza, in Afghanistan? How many? And the same America is telling you that human right. Who do human rights help? When it came to white people's human rights stand. When it came to black people, there is no human right, right? We understand that for a very long time. The so-called ICC, the international criminals, they call them the International Criminal Court, but they are the international criminals themselves, the ICC, who pretend they judge leaders. You know, why, when any leader came out in Africa, stood up for his peoples like Ibrahim Traoré, they will call him a he's using the country for self-interest. He's using the resources. When do America start to care about the African people's resources? When? When do America? This is same thing I tell UN. When UN say they are going to Congo because there is a fight in Congo, they want to save Congolese peoples. I said, when do UN start to care about Africans? The same UN that is sponsoring terrorists in Africa. The same European Union that was sponsoring terrorists in Congo. The same European Union came out that, we have to send our soldiers there because we need to help them for peacekeeping, to maintain peace. I said, when do European Union start to care about Africa? The same European Union that have been sponsoring terrorists in Africa, giving them weapons to unalive Africans. The same European Union is telling Africans that I want to protect you. When? And this is it. The same America that have been unaliving Africans, sponsoring terrorists in Africa. The same America is now telling Burkina that we care about your resources. Yes, Ibrahim Traoré is using your resources for self-interest. When do America care about Burkina? The same America that have been sponsoring terrorists from Algeria to Burkina. The same American government that have been sponsoring terrorists, recruiting terrorists from Algeria to Burkina Faso. That America is now telling us that Ibrahim Traoré is using the country resources for self-interest. That statement that Michael made was not a statement from Michael. It was a statement that was given to Michael to populate because he's a black man. If where Michael stand as a soldier general, if there was a black man, a white man, they will never use that white man to make that statement. But they use black man to make that statement because that black man is a fool. So Michael was a fool, doesn't understand. Michael's father is a black man. Michael's mother is a black woman. Michael's great-grandfathers are black men and black women. They were used in that same America as slaves. They were chained and thrown into the sea. Michael's great-grandfathers. Michael's father in 1971, Michael's father was arrested and beaten by American white policemen. Michael knows what I am talking about because he was a black man. Michael's father, I am telling you the story of Michael's father, and Michael is aware of that. Same American government that tortured his father because he is a black man for no reason. Same American government is using Michael against Africa. Is that not the stupidity of Michael? Because you have been promised. Why do they put Michael in that general thing? Michael was the first black man to become a general. There was no black man who have ever become general in America. In American army. There was no black man. And all the black armies in America, they have the power and the capacity to become a general. But they never make them a general. So using Michael to make him a general, there was a reason to it when they make Michael a general in 2020 to 2022. I told people, he will be used against Africa Because that's why they make him the general. They have never, US Army have never made a black man a general. Never. They have never made it. And when they make Michael a general in 2020 to 2022, I told people this black man will be used against Africa. That's why they make him the first black general. And people are celebrating. I said, don't celebrate, because this same man you are celebrating as the first black man in America who became general, this same black man will be used against Africa tomorrow. And that is the day we are in right now. I was not surprised to see Michael making those blunders, because that's why they make him a general, to be used in future as a weapon to fire Africa. You know? So we understand. And I thank God that Africans have woken up to understand the strategy of our enemies. What do they use? Our enemies have no power. The only power that the white peoples have is we the black peoples. The only weapon that they have is we the black peoples. So when we the black peoples unite and love each other and love our continent, even when we don't love each other, but let's love our continent at one heart. You can hate me, I hate you. No problem. But when it came to Africa, we are all one. Let's be one to defend that continent. And that's what black people are doing today, and I love that. Yes, now I'm saying congratulations to all the black peoples, because I appreciate seeing black people coming out defending their continent. They don't think I am from Nigeria, I'm from this. They all came out to say, Ibrahim Traoré, we defend you. And that's what we should be doing. And for that, what black people did, I tell you, America was shocked. European Union was shocked. UK government were shocked. All of them were shocked how Africa react. Because they never think that will happen. Because in Thomas Sankara time, it have never happened like this. When they make blunders, they succeed. In Kwame Nkrumah time, when they make blunders, they succeed. In Jomo Kenyatta time, they succeed. In Martin Luther King time, they succeed. So they were surprised the sudden change of Africans' mind. They didn't understand that Africans no more believe anybody on the white skin. Africans understand now who is their enemy. And you can't manipulate them anymore. You can't. You can't keep on coming in our countries, stealing our resources, creating terrorist groups in our countries. And now you are standing there because someone woke up to protect those resources, so that those resources of that country will benefit that country, not the foreigners. Now you are all angry. You plan everything, you plan coups, it doesn't work. You paid his own bodyguards, it doesn't work. Now you came with a plan of let's manipulate black people's mindset. They believe us. Whatever we tell them, that's what they will believe. That is Mohammed Gaddafi time. You think we believe you, America? You Westerners, you think black people believe you? Still? After what you did to Thomas Sankara, you think black people will ever believe white man? After what you did to Mohammed Gaddafi, you think we will ever believe white man? After what you did to Kwame Nkrumah, you think we will ever believe white man? Who the hell are you peoples that if we will be loving you, but you keep on showing us that we are fools? Now we are no more fools to you peoples. You understand that? That Africans are no more fools. And they are ready. They are ready to liberate their continent. I am so European Union have been hunting, but I will send this warning to European Union that their hunting will never be successful, and they will never be successful. You can never make a man fall down, a man who have been defended and protected by God. Come on. You cannot win 1,000 ancestors at once. It's not possible. We are walking with the spirit of our ancestors. I tell you, we no more want to believe that thing you call, oh, we have to believe in the Bible. We have to believe in the Quran. No. Whatever you do to us, we will not think about religion. We will pay back. Whatever you did to black Africans, we will pay back. The only thing remain now. Yeah, somebody said we the women are also standing. I tell peoples, we are lack of women Pan-Africans. Yes, because we make our women too little to make them understand that they should not participate in Pan-Africanism, but we need them. Without women in why do this generation is succeeding by the liberation? Because we have some women still fighting. In Kwame Nkrumah time, there was no woman standing to fight for Africa. In Mohamed Gaddafi time, the same thing. In Thomas Sankara time, the same thing. This time around, we realized our mistakes, that we made a mistake, belittling our women, believing that they have no participation, they have no power. But I tell you, why do the Westerners win you, the Africans always? Whenever they want to manipulate your leader, they send a woman. Why can't we use the same strategy? We, in Pan-Africanism, we are lack of women. Women, they are very smart and their plans will never fail. If women are in war, if they are angry, if African women, we give them the chance, we show them that you women of Africa, you are the most powerful peoples. If we leave them to release their power, I tell you, Africa will be free very soon. They are the only peoples who can make every white man in Africa to perish at this point in time. I tell you, it's our women. We men, what can we do? But when our African women are ready, we give them the power. We give them the respect that belongs to them and give them the due that belongs to them. I tell you, our women are the only African women who can make every white man in Africa perish at once. They have the power. They have the capability. We have been fighting, we men have been fighting for Africa for a very long time. We can still success. I tell you, when we put women on the front line and give them the power, believe me, white people, why is it too difficult for us to defeat the Westerners? Why? I will tell you this, Africans. It's not a lie, but I learned this from the mistakes of from generation to generation, the mistake that Africa have been making. I learned that Africa belittle their women. It's not a disrespect on men. Yeah, man is a man, woman is a woman. But there are things, when you understand the power of woman, that you get to a certain point, you as a man, you understand that no matter how strong I am, I can't defeat this war. I need a woman to help me to defeat this war. You understand it? Every war is not about power. It's not about weapon. Strategy. And the same strategy that the Westerners use on us for a very long time. They have been using the same strategy. You see how their women are respected. You understand why do they give that much respect to their women? Why? Because their women, anybody that they are trying to assassinate or fight against, and they are tired, when they send their women, they get success. So they get successful. There is no African leader that they get tired of. If they want to deal with you, when the men try, they can't get success. They try to send women. And they get successful by sending their women. That's why when you go to the Western world, their women are respected. They give maximum respect to their women. They don't joke with their women. So it's only with the Africans, by believing that our women, they have to listen to us. We don't have to listen to our women. That's a blunder idea. As a real man, if you understand the power of woman, you understand what God. That's a blunder idea. As a real man, if you understand the power of woman, you understand what God man. If you understand the power of woman, you understand that's not where they belong. Our women doesn't belong to that part. They belong to a part where we should show them. We the men should show them and give them the power. Believe me, when we put the women in Pan-Africanism, I tell you, we will win more. We are winning, but we will still win more when we push women. You don't work without a woman. We the Africans always say it. There is, every successful man, there is a great woman behind. And that proverb work on everything. If you want to be successful in anything, have a woman who is intentionally willing to make you successful in that thing. You will be successful. Whatever we are doing today, fighting for Africa, let's have African women who are willingly ready for this revolution. And you see what will happen. You will see the changes. I swear. Every white man in Africa, if you want, even South Africa, who is saying that they have a city in South Africa whereby it is owned by white peoples and no black man is allowed to enter there. That city can be destroyed. We can make every white man in that city to perish by having our women on our side. Our African black women. By having them on our side, come on, there will be no white man who will be powerful in Africa. If you come, we will destroy you and collect whatever belongs to you. Yes. And this is what we have to be doing. This is what we have to be doing, my brothers. It has been a long time when I have been complaining to Africans. And I have been always praying to God, God, please make Africans to realize who is their enemy. Let us unite at once. Even no matter how we hate each other. But when it came to Africa and liberation, let us unite. That is the part where Africans unite now. No matter how Africans hate each other, and I love that. That's how these peoples also were behaving, the Westerners. They don't love each other. White people don't love each other. They hate each other. You think white people love each other? They want to see each other downfall. But when it came to their interests, when it came to Africa, they become one to fight Africa. But they don't love each other. People who are living in the Western world, even those black people who are living in America, ask them, do American white people love each other? They will tell you. And black people who are living in the UK, ask them, do they love each other? No. Black people who are living in Europe, ask them, do Europeans love each other? They want to see each other downfall. But when it came to Africa, they unite just to win Africa. And same thing we have to do Africa. No matter how we hate each other, when it came to white peoples, we should unite and defend each other with our lives. That's what I believe in. Fighting for Africa have been a work that God put in me. Struggling to make sure that whatever I can do for Africa, that's what God have put me to do. Even though with all the threat from the Western peoples, I still stand strong. Although sometimes they will waste my time, but they can't end me. That's the most important thing. As far as they can end me, let them waste my time as they wish. But they can't end me. I believe in one thing, that I'm a black man from Africa and I can never be fallen down by a white man born of a woman. Never. I believe in that. And I always put that at the back of my mind. People say, be careful, you are living in the West. Fighting for Africa and you are still living in the West is not a wise decision. I tell people they don't understand one thing. Fighting for Africa and living in Africa is not a wise decision, because at the end of the day, you will be prisoned by your own government. Yes, when I'm in Africa doing all these things, you think I will be sitting here talking to you people? I will be in prison for a very long time by my own government. My own government haunt me, they are tired. The only thing is they can capture me because I'm very far away from them. And all the plans they plan doesn't work. They say they have Interpol. The Interpol is not working on Pandemica. It will never work. So if I was in my country, I will be in prison, I tell you. So fighting for Africa and living in Africa, that's what's supposed to be happening. But you can't do it due to the insecurity of from your own peoples, from your own government. Instead of for your own government to support you because you're standing for the black peoples, fighting for Africa, the entire Africa, instead of for your government to support you and give you power, they will be bribed by the Westerners to silence you. Because after the Westerners contacting your government, telling them that we are giving you money, but you see your citizen who is trying to fight against us, stop him. If not, you will never get money from us. Your president will do what all it takes to hide you and silence you forever, for him to be getting the bribe from the West. I understand this. My government, the country where I came from, is the most nonsense government that I've ever seen. And the president is the most nonsense president that I've ever seen, Gambian president. Go and read the history of the Gambian president. He is the most clueless president that I've ever seen in Africa. The illiterate president, ignorant president that I've ever seen in the entire Africa. So you think if I'm living in Gambia right now, I will be sitting here talking? And the second thing is fighting for Africa. You need to live in white peoples. Those are the peoples you are going against, right? Those are the peoples you are fighting against, white people, right? You need to know who they are. And you need to know how they operate. You need to know the strategies they use. And to know them, you need to live among them. If you want to know them. How do they know us? They go to Africa, behave like they are tourists in Africa, while they are studying Africans, and know what Africans need and what do Africans don't need. What could be given to Africans and they will never say no. They understand it because they are believing among us, studying us for a very long time. That's why it was too difficult for Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, Mohamed Gaddafi to win the West, because the West too well know Africans. Too well. They have lived in us as tourists, as visitors. We believe they are nobody, but those are people who have been sent to Africa to study Africans. We the Africans, who do we have ever sent to the West to study the Westerners? Nobody. Nobody. And you can't fight your enemy that you don't know. This is what we need to understand. You cannot fight your enemy that you don't know. You can only fight an enemy that you know. This is why Africans, Kwame Nkrumah fail, Jomo Kenyatta fail, because they don't know who they are fighting against. I tell you, I swear to the Holy Quran, believe me on this. This is why they fail. This is why Kwame Nkrumah failed. This is why Jomo Kenyatta failed. This is why Thomas Sankara failed. This is why Martin Luther King failed. They don't know who they are fighting against. You know, I understand one thing about the Westerners. they plan and create laws in their own land. You see, when a white man commits a crime in Africa, their government, the Western government, will go there and tell the African government that, okay, give us, we will judge him by ourselves. They will bring the white man who have committed crime in Africa, they will bring that white man into their land. What are they trying to do? Trying to judge that white man with their own law that they create, the political law that will defend them when they commit crime in Africa. Understand me very well. I am going to a direction where you will understand that Pandit is not stupid. I know what I am doing. I have been living in West for a very long time, and I know these peoples very well. I know what they are capable of. I know what they are not capable of. They have no power over any black man. The only power they have over black peoples is black man. So if white want to get me, they have to take the only power that they have, that is black man. If they want to get to me, they have to use a black man. If not, they can't do nothing to me. So because they have no power without using the only power they have. The only power they have is black man. These people created laws. How many Africans are in prison in Europe when they commit crimes in Europe? Why don't they send them to Africa for their own government to judge them? Why? But when a white man commits crime in Africa, that white man, any country where he came from, either in America, the American government will tell African government, give it to me. Give him to us, we will judge him by ourselves. Because they believe, they know what they are doing. They created laws in their Western land that protect them when they commit crimes in Africa. And here, when I am here, you have never heard any white man who was fighting for white peoples and have gone to prison. Do you ever heard that? Any white man who have been standing for his own white peoples and go to prison. Do you ever heard that? You have never heard it. Because they have the law that allow you to fight for your own peoples. And that same law now, I, Pandit Mike, am using to defend myself. That's why they can't do nothing. Because whatever they said, that same law that protect them, the same law protect me. Because I'm living in their land. So the same law that work and protect them, the same law I am using to protect myself. Because why? I am fighting for my peoples. When they fight for their people, that same law protect them. And when I fight for my peoples, that same law will protect me because I'm fighting for my peoples. You understand? When you live among these peoples, you will understand the strategies. There have not been any white man who have committed crime in Africa and go to prison in Africa. They will collect him from there now and bring him to Western world. They will say, we are going to judge him into our country. But how many Africans who commit crime in Europe and they are in European prison? Why, if Europeans are fair, why don't they send those Africans back to their government to judge them? If they are fair. You understand me, Africans? All the black peoples who have been fighting for Africa, a lot of them have been in prison. Some of them are still in prison. I am telling you, because they are fighting for their peoples. Because they are living in Africa and trying to fight for their peoples. You see what happened to them? All of them go to prison. None of them have power. They will make you powerless. But how many white peoples have been fighting for white peoples? A white man will wake up and fight for white peoples and will be in prison. Do you ever heard that? You will never heard that, and you have never ever heard that from anywhere. All the white peoples who have been fighting for their fellow white people's freedom or the liberation for white peoples, they are called heroes, superstars. We are the only peoples. When an African man wake up to fight for Africa, he will be called criminal, he will be called terrorist, he will be called dictator. The number one name that they will call them is dictator. Remember, all the leaders you think they were fighting for Africa, Mohammed Gaddafi, Kwame Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, Thomas Sankara, all of them were called dictators because they are trying to fight for their own people. Mugabe, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Robert Mugabe. All of them have been called dictators because they have been fighting for their own peoples. But who called Donald Trump a dictator? Donald Trump is fighting for Americans' rights, trying to say the strangers should be sent away. Who have called him a dictator? Whoever have called Macron, the French president, who have been committing terrorism crimes in Africa, murder in Africa, who have called him a dictator? Nobody. He is called a hero in France. Boris Johnson, who have committed thousands of crimes in Africa, he is called a hero who have fight for Angleterre. My brothers, this is why I said Hitler did well when he dealt with German. I know when German citizens are watching, they will be angry. I don't care. Hitler did well. The only white man that white people don't love is Hitler because he was dealing with them. And fighting against Hitler, how many black people do they use? Without black people, they can never win Hitler. Hitler did well when he dealt with the white Germans. Deal with them. Hitler was a hero. And today, we don't have Hitler, but we have the second Hitler, who is called Vladimir Putin, the Russian president. And he also did well dealing with Ukraine, who was a country that was very racist to black peoples. Even during the war in Ukraine, when everybody was running away to save their lives, the Ukraine policeman see black peoples running to enter train and bring them down to allow Ukraine white people to enter. Even during the war, Ukraine was racist to black peoples. America, wake up. We want to fight Russia. UK, wake up. We want to fight Russia. European Union, we want to send our militaries. Go and fight Russia. Vladimir Putin, a man who have no peace for his enemies, a man who have no love for his enemies, a man who is going to do what all it takes to take his enemies down. A man who don't want to see his enemies laughing. That is Vladimir Putin. When he deal with Ukraine, America jump up. We want to fight. We will fire Russia. I said fire. If you are America, fire Russia. Then America will become a past 10 country. I swear. Angleterre, wake up. We will fire. We prepare our weapons. I say fire. Angleterre, if you believe you have power. European Union, wake up. Hey, we will. I will not even talk about European Union because the only weapon that Vladimir Putin used on European Union is to make European countries to go in hunger. A bottle of oil that we used to buy €2 go to €4. A small carton of rice, 1 kilo of rice that you used to buy €2 go to €5. That was the work of Vladimir Putin at that time. All the European countries were in hunger. Only hunger he sent to Europe. All the European countries come down by force. Germany, wake up. We will fight. He told Germany, all the money you are owing me, you are not going to pay it in euro. You will pay it in my own currency. And all German bankrupt instantly. And he understand, Vladimir Putin came to a point, he understand why America is shouting. Why is Angleterre shouting? Where are they getting the power from? He understands that they are getting the power from Africa. Because of African resources, that's why they are pumping their chest. Vladimir Putin understands very well. Because of African resources, that's why America was shouting on Vladimir Putin. He understands. Because of African resources, that's why Angleterre, UK was pumping their chest on Vladimir Putin. He went to Africa. He told Africans how to be strong by themselves, not depending on anyone. He learned that teaching Africans how to be themselves and making them strong to stand on their own, America will fall down without touching them. UK will fall down without touching them. You see what happened? Where is America now? America who was shouting. And all the weapons that America have been given to Ukraine for free, America now said no, they didn't give to Ukraine for free because America was bankrupt. They said Ukraine have to pay for those weapons. Now Ukraine stopped collecting weapons from Russia, from America, because they were thinking America was giving those weapons to them for free. Now America say every missile that Ukraine have fired, they have to pay for it. You see how Vladimir Putin deal with America, silence Europe, the entire Europe, and silence UK. One man silenced all of them at once. He just sent hunger to Europe. All the entire Europe go in hunger. I'm telling you, people who were living in Europe during that war, they understand what I am saying. A bottle of oil that you will buy, that you were buying €2, go to €5. 1 kilo of rice that you buy €2.50 will go to €4 or €4.50. That was the work of Vladimir Putin. He gave them hunger. When America started shouting, he understands that America is dependent on Burkina Faso resources and Mali and Niger. When Angleterre pump up, he understands the same thing. Angleterre is pumping up because of African resources. That's how Vladimir Putin decided to sponsor Assimi Goïta, Abdrahman Tijan, Ibrahim Traoré, to make them strong and give them all weapons that they need. Give them fight to get. Every kind of military weapon that Burkina Faso need, he give it to him. And the anger now that is in America is why Ibrahim Traoré is collaborating with Russia when they are trying to bring down Russia. But Ibrahim Traoré is busy collaborating with Russia. He don't have respect for America, for them. But he have respect for Russia. That is what is making America angry. That's why they are doing all their best to bring Ibrahim Traoré down. Americans are angry. That's the only reason. Because the man who they were trying to fight, Ibrahim Traoré was collaborating with that man and working with that man hand in hand. That's what is making America angry. And I said, America, why are you angry? You know, the Westerners need to understand one thing. We are no more their slaves. Nobody owns Africa apart from Africans. The Westerners need to understand they don't own Africa anymore. When Ibrahim Traoré was in power, started collaborating with Russia, they said, oh, the colonial debt, you need to pay. He paid it single-handedly. When they told him that the colonial debt Burkina Faso is owing, need to pay, the World Bank communicate Ibrahim Traoré. Says, look, we want to borrow you some money. Ibrahim Traoré said, I don't need money from the World Bank. The IMF. Oh, good. Why? You know, when a black man is strong, he becomes strong for himself. But when a white man is strong, he was strong because there was a black man behind it. Okay. The IMF also jump up. They call Ibrahim Traoré, we want to borrow you some money. Because they believe that with the West asking for the colonial debt from Ibrahim Traoré, he will accept to borrow money from them so that they will be able to put him in another debt that he will not be able to pay. And when he will be unable to pay that debt, they will try to take Burkina back to slavery again, back to colonialism, back to neo-colonialism. And Ibrahim Traoré understand the falling down of all the African leaders or behaving stupidly. All these African leaders behaving stupidly, ignorantly, is because they are afraid. When they go against the West, they will never get money to borrow. Ibrahim Traoré single-handedly paid the debt. And he continue on building factories. He continue on creating things that will make Burkina to stand on its own without begging anything. He understands the language of freedom, the language of liberation. A man who is begging can never get freedom. A man who is taken from somewhere to feed himself can never get his own freedom. Because you are taken from someone, and that person you are taken from to feed yourself, that person owns your life. That person will decide what you will do. You can decide for yourself. Ibrahim Traoré understand this. For me to decide for myself in my own country, I need nobody to feed me. I need to feed myself. Burkina need to feed itself through their own resources. Grow what you eat and eat what you grow. Can only make you stronger, but can never make you a slave to anyone. And this is what Ibrahim Traoré believes in. You know, I respect Ibrahim Traoré from day one. Seeing him as the man who consistently working hard to make sure that the liberation of Burkina Faso stand. Burkina Faso is the only Francophone country that disturb the West. There is no any other Francophone country that was colonized by France that have ever bring out a freedom fighter. Burkina Faso bring out Thomas Sankara. They unalive him, assassinate him. Now Burkina Faso bring out again another one, Ibrahim Traoré. And that is even more dangerous than Thomas Sankara. I swear. So Burkina Faso was the only Francophone country that saw the Westerners Pepe, that put Pepe into the Westerners' eyes, always. That's why they are very angry. Because there was no Francophone country that have ever bring out any Pan-African. Never. It was always Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso. Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso built up Thomas Sankara. That same Burkina Faso came up again, built up Ibrahim Traoré. So this is, it doesn't start today for Burkina Faso to trying to free themselves. It had been their intention for a very long time. Not like Senegal, not like Ivory Coast, who is still, my brothers, Ivory Coast, when I think about Ivory Coast, you know, they are my fellow Africans, but they are blind. And that's the truth. That they are blind. It's not only their president. I will tell you this. Majority of Ivory Coast citizens are in support of their president, Alassane Ouattara. Majority of them, because they believe he is doing well. He is doing good for them. Majority of them, I am telling you the fact, they are still sleeping, believing that they have a better leader. Thank you, and Cameroon. You see that old cargo? When you talk about the Cameroon president, how old he is, it reminds you of Nigeria. How old is the Nigerian president? It reminds you of the stupid Bola Tinubu and his son squandalizing Nigerians' resources, squandalizing Nigerians' money. It's a pity. An old man like Tinubu have never ruled any Western country. We need to understand. Nigeria is a big country, a powerful country, but powerless because there is nobody to drive. Nigeria is a trend that is more powerful. When it starts, it will not be easy to stop. But it is too difficult also to start. Not everyone can start that trend. Nigeria is like that. It's like a bus that is difficult to drive. Not everyone can jump in and drive it. But if it have someone who can drive Nigeria, I tell you, it will not be stopped. The bus will be unstoppable. You Remember back in the days when Nigeria was the one fighting for Sierra Leone, when Nigeria was the one fighting for South African freedom, when Nigerian soldiers were the one fighting for so many countries. You remember that time? It was too difficult for Nigeria to pick up, and when they pick up, they become the giant of Africa. That makes them the giant of Africa. And they keep on fighting for every African country to have freedom. They keep on fighting for them. They send their militaries all over. So they were like a parent of Africa that give back to all African countries and trying to protect its children. Somebody write VDM, very dark man. I have never spoken about very dark man. I think today will be my first day speaking about very dark man. Although I always watch him and I like his job, what he was doing. But I understand what he don't understand. I am not belittling him, my brothers. I have a pity for him for a very long time because he don't understand. You can fight for your peoples when you are living in Africa, my brother. I'm sorry you don't say this because I heard that he's been arrested in a GT Bank in Nigeria. And I was not surprised because they are always going to find a way to silence you, my brother. They are always. Your own government, they will find a way. A little thing that other peoples will do will not go to prison. When you do it, they will put you into it, push you to cause that little damage. And they will say, oh, he commit an offense. Very dark man was doing a very great job for his peoples. Pity that he is not a military. He is not a government. He is not a minister. That was the only pity. If he was a minister, it will be very good. If he was a governor, it will be a very good governor. If he was a president of Nigeria, he will make a very good use of the leadership. But still, he was fighting for his peoples, trying to defend their rights. I love it. Because he was never fighting for any white man. He was always fighting for his own brothers. But very dark man don't understand one thing. Fighting for your own peoples, you still get your enemies around you. And very dark man doesn't know who is his enemy. Very dark man don't know who is hunting him. But the people hunting him are too close to him. But he was too open because he believed nothing can stop him. When you are living in Africa and doing things like that, always believe that there is only one big weapon that can bring you down, and that is your fellow blacks. There is no any other weapon that can bring you down. The only weapon that can put you down is your fellow blacks. He refused to understand that part. The peoples who are too close to you, not very far, but the peoples who are too close to you will be the weapon that will destroy you. You know, if truly he has been arrested from GT Bank, because I watched a lot of videos about it, some people have been sending me a lot of videos about Very Dark Man. If truly Very Dark Man have been arrested in the GT Bank and nobody know where he is. If truly Very Dark Man have been arrested in the GT Bank and nobody know where he is. Because if they come through the door, I will see them. So I am seeing my network, because even though if my network was not good, it doesn't show like this. So I am seeing things that always show to me that things are not okay with my phone. So I don't understand, guys. But I will let you know this, that my phones have been monitored by these peoples, believing that I am I am creating contents that are offensing the law. And if fighting for Africa is a crime, I want to go for prison. I want to go to prison for it. If standing for my peoples is a crime, then I want to be committing that crime every day. I will not stop committing this crime. If this what I am doing is a crime to them, then I want to be committing this crime each and every minute of my life. I don't want to stop committing this crime. So my phone was being monitored after when they sent the arrest warrant, being house arrest, and the phone is being monitored. That was a time to receive call is a problem when people call me. And me, I can't call anybody. So thank God. But I still don't believe somebody is not monitoring my phone. I am still suspecting. Just that for the best knowledge that I have, I did to my phone, so that nobody, if somebody is monitoring my phone, I will get notification that this so kind of device is monitoring your phone, have access to your phone. It's not showing any notification yet, but I still don't believe, because these people are capable of anything. When it came to technology, they are governments, and they have access to things that I don't have access to, because they are government. They have access to do things that I can't, because they are governments. So when you are dealing with them, you always try to make sure that you are on the right path, and always be careful of what you do. But having misunderstanding with them, my network is having this crash that much. And if my network is crash, mostly it doesn't show like this, because always sometimes when I'm live, my network will go, but it doesn't go like this. It doesn't do like this randomly. So I understand. I have been seeing it for some while. So I've just been ignoring it, because I don't want to talk about it. I want to keep it to myself. Edie, where have you been? It has been a long time. I think since February. I was not coming live. I was not making videos. I think the other place is when I give my YouTube account to somebody to keep on posting the old videos, so that people will know that I'm still coming. So that people will not feel like I am silenced, because I doesn't want to come out to say to people, oh, I have been sent arrest warrant by the European Union, this and that. So it is all not necessary. But this was not the first time to set my YouTube video go agents, because of making a video calling European Union terrorist union become a problem. Calling European Union in that video a terrorist union, and calling European Human Rights Organization a terrorist organization become a problem. then I will still repeat it, that European Union is a terrorist union. I will not stop saying it because they can't stop me saying those words, because those are the best way to describe European Union. And that is the best way to describe the European Human Rights Organization, because they are a terrorist organization that defend only the right of white peoples who commit crimes in Africa. The European Union is a terrorist union that creates terrorist groups in so many African countries to buy their alibi. And this, they want to stop me saying this. At first, they said, when I have face-to-face with them, they said, I made a video. When they played the video, that was the video where I used to say that Africans, teach your children how to resist white peoples when they came to Africa. They said I was bringing hate between race. I am bringing hate between black race and white race. So that is an offense. I said, but you people are the first peoples who commit this offense. And nobody have been arrested. All of you here have been teaching your children how to hate black peoples. They said, no, they are not racist. And they are not teaching their children. They take their children to school to learn education. I said that education is among those education that your children have to be careful to black people. They have to, you teach them how to become superior over black peoples. I think that was the first time when they saw me my video saying that one of my video offends the law. The second video was the video that I made about Joe Biden. And even I think I posted that email whereby YouTube bring down the video and mentioning Joe Biden's name when they send me an email. YouTube sent me an email saying that this video have been banned by Joe Biden on all social medias. When YouTube sent me that email, by calling Joe Biden, why don't you go and become a lesbian? LGBTQ, before forcing African peoples to accept LGBTQ. Why don't you allow your children to become LGBTQ? Why don't you make your daughter to become a lesbian? Because when I was speaking, so I edited the video, putting Joe Biden's daughter and Joe Biden's son. So that was the crime. So my peoples, one thing I understand is I can never be fallen down by a white man born of a woman. Never. I don't believe it. And I don't ever want to believe it. There is only one weapon that can destroy me. And that weapon is me. If I tell you that weapon is me, means that weapon is a black man. It's the only weapon that can destroy me. Because I am a black man. I am made out of black. And black is only black that can destroy me. I cannot deny that fact. No matter how strong I believe I am, there is only one weapon. The weapon I was created from, that was black. And there is only that black that can destroy me. Apart from that, there is no weapon from white people that can destroy me. That's why when people tell me, be careful, you are living in Europe. Be careful, you are living among white people. They don't have power. The only power they have to murder or assassinate any black man or to put any black man in trouble. The only weapon they have is black man. They have to use your fellow black man because you are from black. And it's only that black that can destroy you as a black man. So I believe in the same thing. Trust me, I believe in the same thing. But believing like white people can all this create a nonsense thing that they are creating, you are against law, this video go against the European policy. What is European policy? If Europe have a policy whereby my videos are going against those European policies, Africa have policies whereby the European Union have been going against those policies. And nobody have been arresting them. So if I should be arrested because I made a video that go against European policy, then European Union should be arrested too for committing crimes that go against the African policies. Because creating terrorist group in Africa and sponsoring them with weapons, it go against the African policy. And European Union is doing it. So if I should be arrested, European Union should be arrested too. That's the only thing. If they believe or if they really want to arrest me, I will be accepted to be arrested. But if European Union also will be arrested by Ibrahim Traoré to put them in prison in Burkina Faso, then I will accept to be arrested and put me in prison in Europe. Yes. If European Union will agree that let them be arrested by Ibrahim Traoré and get to Burkina Faso prison, I will accept to be arrested by European police and take me to prison, any European prison you like. Because I will know, okay, we are all equal now. But if European Union cannot be arrested after committing all those crimes in Africa, and because I made a video, they said that video go against the European policy. If Europe have policy, don't we have policy in Africa? We also have policy. I told this guy, the European Union Councilor, Ursula, I told that woman, you are too small to fight Africa. I told the woman, she didn't believe me. I told her, Ursula, the European Union Councilor, I told her, you are too small to fight Africa. When she went to Tunisia to manipulate the Tunisian government, to maltreat black peoples, I told her, this is what you are doing. You will face the consequences. That's what is happening. You cannot manipulate Africans like before. That's what they need to understand. It was then, Thomas Sankara time, you can talk rubbish, we believe you. You can talk manipulation things, we will believe you and fall onto the trap. In Kwame Nkrumah time, you said, we believe you, we fall onto the trap. In Mohamed Gaddafi time, you said, we believe you. Robert Mugabe time, you said, we believe you. Ibrahim Traoré time, there is nothing to say that any black man will believe. The revolution is here to stay. The United Africa have finally united and ready to fight for their freedom, and nothing can stop it. When a man keep quiet and love you and didn't want to commit any crime on you or didn't want to go into any argument with you, doesn't mean the man is weak. The man is just taking time to see if you will change from that bad behavior you are doing to him. And if you refuse to change and you continue on to maintain the man till the day the man decides to speak or against you back, he will never go back. And that is Africa for you. When they keep on tormenting Africans, destroying Africans, and Africans keep loving them, Africans, we keep on showing them love, we keep on appreciating them, and they are still busy doing the same rubbish. They don't want to change. They take us for granted. They think we are weak. We can speak for ourselves. We can stand for ourselves. But in their own minds, they believe in this, that black people are more stronger. And when they wake up, it will be a disaster. We should never let them to wake up. They were praying for black people to continue on sleeping. They were never praying for black people to wake up. Because they know by themselves, they understand that black people are powerful. When they speak, the world will shake. When they make actions, the world will collapse. The entire earth will collapse. They understand that. But the only thing is, they believe in this, that the so-called system that they created among Africans, Africans can never unite. They believe in that. Because they created that system among us, among Africans, to make sure that Africans never unite. To make sure that Africans will never love each other or see each other as brothers and sisters. They created that system among Africans. And we believe, we understand, when our ancestors start to wake up one by one, our ancestors start to show us the way, start to tell us that, do this, no fear, do this. You will be sitting sometimes, you feel like, oh, I need to relax. No, your ancestors will tell you, don't you see what is going on in Africa? Wake up and fight for Africa. Why do you want to relax? So you can't relax. We keep on fighting, speaking. Till now we have all Africans speaking one voice. This is the first time in the entire African life. This is the first time that the entire Africa wake up to defend a leader who is fighting for freedom. This is the first time. Go and read history. It has never happened for the entire Africa, Black Africa, to unite at once and speak for one man, trying to defend that one man. This is the first time. I tell you, it's the first time. I tell you, this make the West to be shocked, and it make America to be shocked. They were shocked seeing the entire Africa, the Jamaicans, even those who are living in Caribbeans, the black people who are living in Caribbean, the black people in Jamaica, the black people in Europe, not to talk of the black people in Africa. Everybody sick together. And it shocked them. It's the first time in the entire life of Africa. In Ghana, thank you. You see, Ghana, I have always known Ghana black Africans as the power who they always defend Africa. I have a lot of people down there who I speak with. So it's the first time for the entire Africa to unite like this and said, it's enough. We are no more sleeping. We are seeing you. Because American Nyas is out and they say they are hiding. While Africans, we the Africans, we are seeing the Nyas of America. We were watching their Nyas. After doing poo-poo finish, they don't want to collect the poo-poo go. They want to leave the seat there. That's when Africans shout, hey, come and collect the seat. You cannot sit here and leave it. Because they think Africans were not seeing their Nyas when they were sitting. While we the Africans have been seeing their Nyas when they were sitting. After they wake up, they want to run. Africans tell them, hey, come and collect your seat. You cannot sit here and leave it. America was shocked. How do black people see us? We have been doing sit here. Black people have never seen us. How do black people see us this time around? Because in Thomas Sankara time, we do sit here. Black people didn't see us. In Kwame Nkrumah time, we sit here. Black people didn't see us. They were sleeping. In Mohamed Gaddafi time, we sit here. Black people didn't see us. They were sleeping. How come in Ibrahim Traoré time, black people are not sleeping? Oh, the sleeping pill where we give them don't come out from their eyes? I told them, it don't come out from our eyes. Our eyes don't clear. We they see now. Oh, America say, oh, Africans are poor. We need to help them. Africans are poor. We are going to help Africans. Europeans also. The Europe that we are feeding. The American that we are feeding. It's high time that American citizens and European citizens and UK citizens who are white peoples to believe that we feed you. We make white people to assist, my brother. That's not a joke. Let's put a joke aside. We make the white people to assist in this planet. Without we, there will be no white man in this planet. I tell you before, white people are from us. They don't want to hear this. They get angry when I say that. We are your parents, my brothers and sisters. You don't fuck around with your parents. Africa is a parents for white peoples and Arabs. You need to understand that. And because we are your parents, you think you could do whatever you want to do to us. We will not react. Come on, we are no more looking at you people as our children. We see you as children who have grown wings and we need to cut off your wings. The Arab peoples, we need to cut off their wings. The white peoples, we need to cut off your wings because you have grown too wild. And you think you can never be controlled by us, your parents? We feed America, we feed UK, we feed the entire Europe. And they still tell their peoples that they are helping Africans because there are poor peoples who don't get water. But you know, without us, even the chemical you use, the water you drink here, you will not have drinking water in the entire Europe. Come on, tell me, in the entire world, in the entire Western world, where do they get a fuel well, or resources like fuel or oil, or gas, or diamond, or platinum, or gold? In the entire Western world. So whatever chemical or whatever thing they are creating today, they get all from Africa. I tell you, if you go to Germany, they still have a factory that was created because they were stolen resources from Congo, and they are still stealing from Congo to make Maggi. And Germany is supplying the entire Europe with that Maggi. I tell you, we still have the company in Germany. It's still working because they are still stealing from Congo those resources. So we need to understand one thing. The peoples who we feed, the peoples who without us, they cannot exist. Very good. You see, even the gas pipe that Niger denied that the gas pipe will not go through their country. Where do they want to take the gas pipe to? To Europe. To take the Nigerian gas for free. The gas pipe that they built from, even the UK was benefiting from that gas. So without us, they will not even have a gas to cook, a cooking gas. My brother. So those are the people who are saying that they want to help us. They didn't know that we know. Before, in Common Kurman time, Africans don't know that they are the one feeding Europeans. They think Westerners are the one feeding them. In Thomas Sankara time, Africans didn't know that they are the one feeding white peoples. White people are not feeding them. Without us, they can't exist. But they make us believe that without them, we can't exist. Because they don't want us to know that without us, they can't exist. Because they believe that if we tell black people without them, we can exist, black people are going to pump their chests and they're going to have more power over us. They don't want us to know that. So they hide that knowledge from black peoples. Not to realize that without black peoples, white peoples can exist. But it came to our own notice that we understand that why are these people always fighting us? Since they said without them we can't survive, but they still don't want to stay without us. Is there anything? And these people don't love us. They don't love us. But they said without us, without them, we can't survive. So how come they don't want to stay without us? Are you sure we are not the one feeding them? That's where African gets suspicious. Started looking worse like this. We realized that, okay, after seeing them coming to steal and go, we understand that, oh, these people were lying to us. Without us, they can't survive. Now we know. Because they have been pretending that they can stand alone without Africa. But still they don't want to stand alone. And they said without them, Africa will not survive. So now, let's everybody stand on its own. If truly what the Western peoples, what the white leaders have been telling their white peoples, that without white peoples, there will be no Africa. Now, African says, let's everybody stand on its own. Stop going to Africa and we will stop coming here. Stop going to Africa and we will stop coming here. Don't go to Africa and we will not come here. Let everybody stand on its own and see who will survive. And still, you people are insisting, no, you cannot get away from us. Since you say we are poor, we will die without you white peoples. Now we said, okay, we want to die. No problem. Stay away from us. You still insist, no. So if we are not feeding you, If what Africa have, my brothers, listen to me very well. If what Africa have, the resources that Africa have today, if it was Europe or the West, the entire West that was having these resources, do you think they will ever collaborate with Africa like this? But today they are forcing to collaborate with Africa because they know when Africa get away from them, they will die in hunger. If what they were telling their peoples is true, that without Africa, without them, Africa cannot survive, do you think these people will ever collaborate with our leaders? These people who always see our leaders as stupid peoples, and our stupid leaders don't understand that. Peoples who are coming to you, without you, they can't survive, but they are giving you empty paper that they call money. They will print it in their bank with their own machines and come and give you that empty paper and collect all your resources that can never be printed. Resources are something that can never be photocopied, can never be printed. And when they realize this, that African leaders are greedy and selfish old peoples who are in need of only money to enjoy their lives. They don't care about their own peoples. They don't care about their resources. They can sell out the whole country if you give them little money. They started printing that stupid money. Empty paper. They started printing it, a lot of it, and come and give it, present it to African leader. Give us these resources. Your people don't need it. They will carry the resources and go and do a better thing with it. And leave the African leader with that money. And that same money that they give to that African leader will still jump up from Africa without spending the money in Africa. He will jump up and go and invest the money in the white man land again. This is why white people have never been the loser. Because the empty paper that they print and give to African leaders that they call money, they will collect all our resources. Because they know the African leader will return that money back to white man land to go and invest it there or save it in their bank. They will never invest it in Africa. They understand that. And the African leader, look at the Gambian president. After America giving him 28 million, before the Gambian president will leave America, he have already spent 18 million in America. Look at the stupid man who call himself a president. After America giving him 28 million to accept the LGBTQ, the lesbianism and gayism in Gambia, he already, before leaving America, he already spent 18 million in America with his ministers, with 18 ministers and honorables. And when he go back, he have to pay his children's school fees in America with that same money. So tell me, the money that America give him is still returning back to America. All of them return back to America. So that's why they are not worried to give any amount of money to these stupid leaders in Africa, because they know when they give them. After giving Bola Tinubu, UK giving Bola Tinubu pound star, he returned all the money to UK to invest in UK. The Ivory Coast president Alassane Ouattara, when they give him money, he started building, he buy a house in France, paying taxes in France. All the money returned back to France. And France is not returning your resources. America is not returning your resources that they pick from you. They will never invest those resources in your country, in your African countries. But when they give your stupid African leaders money, your stupid African leaders will go back to them and invest that money in white man land again. So the white people are not worried to give African leaders 1 billion or trillions of 3 billion or trillions of euro or dollar or pound star to any African leader. They will give you. It's empty paper that they will print. It will not take 2-3 hours. They will print everything and give you. Because they know you will still come back to spend that money in their land. But the resources that they will take away from you, you can never see that with your eyes again. When they take it away, it's away. Your country can never smell those resources again. When France was buying uranium, guys, before we even continue, I remember one thing. Why Spanish people are crying that no light? Guys, are you understanding what these people are facing? That's why they are trying to fight this man, Ibrahima Traoré. Why Spanish people are crying that there is no light? So France have to supply them with light. What has happened? I think they said they can stay without Africa now. Now why are they losing light? For how long? For a decade, Spain have never lost light energy. Why are they now losing light energy? This life is balanced. When you think you can beat everybody, and everybody think they can beat you too. If you raise your left hand and said nobody can beat me, raise your right hand also and said I can't beat anybody. It's very important. Why Spanish people are crying? Hey, somebody said Portugal also. Yes, I did. All the people who colonized Francophone countries are now crying. I don't understand that, because first it was France who lose light energy. So they were using light this side today, tomorrow this side, next tomorrow this side, because uranium was missing. They are no more getting uranium from Niger. So now Spanish and Portugal. So why are they now not having light energy if they can stay without Africa? This is why I want Africans to hear things like this, so that they will understand that they are very powerful peoples. Africans, we are powerful. When we realize who we are, I tell you, the West will bend down to beg Africans. Yes, we will get to a point whereby the Westerners will already bend down and beg us for food, beg us for light, beg us for clothes. We don't need to beg them for nothing, for anything. If we have the true leaders who are the true son of the soil, like Ibrahima Traoré. When we have leaders like that all over Africa, my brother, I tell you, within 1 week, I swear, the entire Western world will bend down to beg Africans. Do you see the video whereby the American white people have called black people and asking them for forgiveness? That is a small thing. You will soon, even your presidents will soon bend down to ask black people for forgiveness. But we are not forgiving. Black people, don't sit there. I see some black people started to cry. Why are you crying? They are mocking you. They are not asking for your forgiveness from their heart. No, they are doing it so that you will be manipulated by that fake tears that came from their eyes. Oh, we know we maltreat your great-grandfathers. Forgive us. Don't forgive anybody. We don't have time for forgiveness. That time have passed. The time we have to forgive them. And we have no forgiveness again in our body. The only thing is, we don't say we are not paying back. We don't want to treat you people like a slave. The only thing is, stay on your own. Let us stay on our own. Leave us alone. That's the only thing we are asking for. We are not trying to pay back, because when we want to pay back, the West will not survive. There will be no white man who will survive if we want to pay back. But we don't want to pay back as the peaceful Africans that we are, as the peaceful black people that we are. We don't want to pay back. The only thing is, leave us alone. Stay on your own. Because when we want to pay back, and if you refuse to leave us alone, it will remind us of what you did to our great-grandfathers, and we will pay back. And when we pay back, the entire white manhood will be wiped out from this planet. The entire white peoples. I tell you. No. the entire white people will be wiped out from this planet. So don't push us to pay back, because we are not trying to pay back and you people are afraid. Yes, when I watch that video, seeing white people, we know we maltreat your grandfathers, but forgive us, please. We know we have offended the black peoples, but please forgive us. I saw some black people. Yes, we forgive you. What are you forgiving? What are you forgiving? Who? If any black man want to forgive white peoples for what they did to our great-grandfathers, forgive on your own, you alone. Don't say Africans, we Africans have forgive you. No, don't speak for Africa, because you are not Africa. So speak for yourself. If any black man want to forgive white peoples for what they did to our great-grandfathers, forgive them. Speak for yourself. Don't speak for Africa, because we Africans, we the real Africans, only the fake Africans will forgive white people for what they did to our great-grandfathers. But we the real Africans will never forgive, and we will never forget. They say, hey, forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. We know why you put that forgive and forget in the Bible, to manipulate Africans so that they will forgive and forget what you did to their great-grandfathers. But it is not true. We are not forgiving anywhere, and we are not forgetting anything, because the whole story we have to use to learn. Because I saw some black man who said he is speaking for Africa, who was manipulated by this same thing, forgive and forget. He said, no, we don't have to talk about what they did to our great-grandfathers, because it's a past and we should just forget it and move on. Africans, we are just talking about story. I see him as a black fool, because he don't understand. When we are talking about story, without telling Africans what they did to Africans, you can never wake Africans up. So we have to tell Africans what white people did to them, because I can't tell you that don't love white people, don't trust white people without telling them what they did. I have to tell you what they did. I have to tell you the reason why I tell you not to trust white peoples, I tell you not to appreciate white people or not to love white peoples. I have to tell you the reason why I tell you that. So that reason is to tell you how they maltreat your black great-grandfathers, how they maltreat the past Africans, how they have been dealing with Africa. I have to tell you everything. Because I cannot just tell you, just wake up to tell you, Africans don't believe white people, don't accept anything from white peoples. Leave distance to white peoples, without telling you the reason why I say you should hate white peoples the same way they hate you. I should tell you better reasons. So to tell you reasons, I must tell you stories, what they did to us. Why I said don't love white peoples, because we have been loving them for a very long time. Since 1850s, Africans started loving white peoples randomly. It started from Sierra Leone. In 1850s, we started caring for them. We started healing them. Even though they have no money, they have no clothes, we care for them. That's the time when they start to pay us back. We do them good, they pay us with bad. I'm telling you the real fact. In 1850s, it all started in 1850s. When we started doing them good, they started doing us bad. Come on, who remember in 1850s when there was this sickness called malaria that was dealing with Europeans, and they run and go to Sierra Leone to ask for help and to ask for healing from Africans. And we healed them in Sierra Leone. That's why we have a place in Sierra Leone that is called White Man Grave. Go and read the history or ask people in Sierra Leone why that place is called White Man Grave. Because in the 1850s, when malaria was dealing with white peoples in Europe, they run to Africa like migrants. But we don't call them migrants. We didn't put them in camp. We received them and healed them lovely without putting them in camp or without calling them migrants. But they took the same boat to go to Africa and ask for healing. And we healed them. And when they come back, what do? They said, we want to give you some medicine because you people have treated us well. After they have given, they have sent some malaria injections to Africa. That malaria injection. And they took all the medicine from Africa that can cure malaria and bring it to themselves. That's why you will never see any white man who will tell you that I have malaria. But go to Africa. We are having malaria all over. If you go to Africa, malaria is everywhere. Everybody is having malaria. But when you came to Europe, the people who grow up that sickness called malaria, Africa didn't know malaria. Malaria is not an African sickness. It's an European sickness that was transferred through injections and dives to Africa. After we heal them from that malaria, they pay us with bad. So that's why I say we keep on loving these people so much. Somebody is telling me that, can you please open? I will open tomorrow, my brother, by the grace of God. Today I have spoken a lot. Trust me, I have really already spoken a lot. Or maybe I will open for a moment as far as my brother, I will open for a moment for 20 minutes. Let me open for a 20 minute, then after we can round up, before we round up the 20 minutes that is remaining, so I will open lines, started picking peoples, guys. So if I pick you, please make it very fast, 2 minutes, so that I can at least have maybe 10 people who will share their ideas, So tomorrow I will be live. Immediately I open live tomorrow, I will start picking peoples. We can discuss more, Believe me, I have already spoken more, and I love this, Tomorrow, normally, I don't know which time, because one of my friends have to come and visit me. So I don't know which time I will have free time. But maybe by 3 or 4 in European time, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. I believe by that time, 3 in European time, 3 or 4, I will be live, I'm fine, Kadi, I'm fine, and you. Guys, I am Africans, I am so happy, seeing the Africans coming out in large numbers, doing what they have to do to protect their continent. Is more than $1 million to me. I swear. I was so happy. It's more than $1 million to me to see Africans coming out, defending their land. It was like the war is ending. I'm telling you, it's more than $1 billion to me. For me, to see Africa unite is more than $1 billion. Yes, when you put $1 billion here and put the unity of Africa here, I will pick the unity of Africa. Because that's the only thing that gives me joy. To see African peoples realizing who they are and realizing who their enemies are. It gives me joy. I'm telling you, the most joyful thing in my life, the only thing that can make me happy in my life is seeing Africa rising. That's the only thing. Apart from that, forget it. If you see me laughing, I'm just faking it. But I'm not happy. The only thing that gives me joy is seeing Africans rising. That's the only thing in this life that gives me joy. It's the only thing. People who knows me in real life knows me. I am never happy. Even if I fake it, people knows I'm faking it. But this man is not happy. Have a lot in his head to think. Come on. I am never happy. No matter what I have, I am never happy. Yeah. Never. No matter what I have in my life at this point in time, I am never happy. Because there is only one thing that should make me happy forever, and that's to see Africa rising. That's the only thing. Apart from that, there is nothing in this world that can make me happy. Let them put billions in my account. I will withdraw it and throw it away. I swear, Africa will rise. God knows where I have Africa in my heart. God knows it. That's why God will never let them to put me down. The same God who created me, He knows what I have here. If people are not seeing it, I am just sitting here speaking to you peoples, you will not see inside my heart. But God who created me is seeing inside my heart. If I am faking it or truly I have Africa here, God knows it. I always say this, if I die today, Africa will be free tomorrow, then I prefer to die today for the entire Africa to be free. My brother, if Africa is not free, my life is nonsense. I live for nothing. Believe me. If Africa is not free, Africa doesn't have freedom, then why are we living? For what reason? So for only me to die, and the entire Africa will be free. That's a better sacrifice. It's a better sacrifice for one man to die and for billions of people to have freedom and liberation. Believe me, it's the best thing in life. So that's why I always tell God, if you know if I die today, I didn't wake up tomorrow, Africa will be free, the entire Africa. Then God, don't let me see tomorrow so that Africa will be free. It's a prayer point that I always did to God. That God, if you know if I sleep today and I didn't wake up tomorrow, the entire Africa will be free, the entire Blackwood will be free, as I wish them to be free. God, don't let me wake up tomorrow. I swear. Don't let me wake up. Let that Africa be free. Because that Africa contains a lot of futures. It contains a lot of futures. If that Africa remain destroyed, then a lot of futures are destroyed. A lot of futures have been destroyed already. And we don't want another futures to be destroyed, the new ones to be destroyed. Our futures have been destroyed already. So the only thing we are fighting for is the next generation. That's what we are fighting for. If we can make it better today, the next generation make it better. They have a better life. But for us, we have already failed and our futures have been already sailing to the Westerners. We have no future. The only future we are fighting for is our children's, the generation coming, to prepare a better future for them. Whatever we build today or whatever we are trying to build today, build up today for Africa, it is all for the next generation. The next generation will benefit more from it than this generation. So whatever we are doing today, we are fighting for the next generation. Generation will benefit more from it than this generation. So whatever we are doing today, we are fighting for the next generation. I die today. I didn't wake up tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow evening, Africa will be free. Good leaders like Ibrahim Traoré will be all over Africa to fight for liberation, to stand for their peoples. Let me never see tomorrow. My brother, without the freedom of Africa, I don't have future. And I don't care about life. Because no matter how I make it in life, if Africa is still in this stage of caboose, then I tell you, my making it in future is still zero. Because I will go and invest in white man land. But if my continent is better, why will I go and invest in white man land? Whatever I have, I will go and invest in my continent. Because I will know the business will move, because everybody is now the continent is free. Now everybody is doing it well for themselves. So this is why I always said, without the freedom of Africa, no matter how I make it in life, it still don't make me happy. No matter what I make in life. And life itself becomes zero to me. I feel like life doesn't mean, why will I struggle? Why will I fight for money? Why will I, come on, I will not work to save money. No. I work and spend it. I work and spend it. Work and spend it. I must find a way to spend it. But to keep it For what reason? Why would I keep it? When there are thousands of Africans who are suffering, and our enemies love to see Africans suffering like that. So if I have to eat today and they don't have to eat, so why will I save if I am seeing thousands of Africans on the street? I believe my organization will do their best. And I believe my organization will do the best that we can to help the poor peoples. And we will keep on doing it because we don't have time to save. It's crazy. So guys, I will wrap up. I really want to pick peoples, but I can't. No, guys, let me have some time to relax also. Relax my head a little bit. Guys, I am so happy everyone came out here. We make a big show. All the peoples on the comment section, everyone watching right now, I say thank you so much for being here. May God bless all of you. May God save all of us. Wherever you are as a black African, may God protect you from the enemies of Africa. And may God help Africa. Whatever we plan to make this African liberation, may God help us. Wherever you are as a black man, whatever you are finding in life, may God help you. Whatever you put your hand in, progress shall be the answer. Success shall be the answer. Wherever you are as a black man or as a black woman, sudden death will not meet you. Whatever your enemies plan against you shall never prosper. Whatever your enemies plans against you shall go back to sender. Wherever you are right now watching me, may God give you long life and good health. That is the most important thing in life. As far as you are healthy and long life, you are okay. So may God give all of us good health and long life. Thank you guys for being with me here. May God bless us all. Thank you so much, guys.